Wow. Ikaw naman po, Sir John, Miss Toni, ano pong advice nyo sa aming mga single?
Ano ba may advice ko? Ang dami nang sinabi ni Brother Nelson at Sister Lucy, no? Pero for me, number one should be if you're looking for a partner, you have to look for a partner for the right reason. Okay? Kasi sometimes you might end up with someone who you are only physically attracted to.
Yeah.
Sometimes it will not last minsan masyadong out of the emotions or sometimes with the urging of some barkadas minsan you have to be careful with that kasi when you enter into a relationship dapat meron kang you have the end in mind. Nakikita mo na that marriage will be lasting for siguro more than abot ka more than the golden
Yeah.
Mga ganun. Then siguro second naman is the transparency kasi it's not only putting your best foot forward, you also need to be authentic sa nililigawan mo. So for them to know you better also. Kasi it can be a root of discussion or argument kung kung hindi totoo yung pinapakita mo Diba? You have to be honest also to the other party.
Yeah, and most of the time we always say, is he or she the right person, diba? Parang yun yung focus natin. But now, with our story, we realize na we need to be the right one first, diba? We need to be the right one with the right motive. Kasi nga yung story ko, I have the wrong motive. Talagang God's grace. It's really God's grace na even if I had the wrong motive in, marrying him, it still ended up well. No? Ang problem kasi we have been one way. We're looking at tama ba siya, tama ba yung sweldo niya, tama ba yung lahi niya, yung lahi niya, and everything. But we are not assessing the self. Will I be the right wife or husband for him or her? Do I have the right attitude? And that's important. Next is there's no take two, diba? When we make a choice, there's no take two. Once you're married, you're married. Hindi pwedeng, ay, mali, sulian tayo. Soli kita sa mamo. And that's why we need to, like, I agree with Nelson and Ma'am Lucy, na talagang we have to, it's not really a checklist, but at least the, what we prayed for kay God, no? Yung parang meron kang, like attitude, yung family background, and so on. And I love the word na sabi ni Ma'am Lucy, learn to wait. Kasi nga talagang
wait on the Lord.
Yeah, wait on God's best. It's worry. I realize it's me. I got worried Kaya talagang all this time when they ask, so did you really make mistake with Mr. Miranda? Sabi ko, it's God's grace na that was my reason, pero it did not end that way. Another thing is be with the right friends also. Kasi sometimes if you're with the wrong friends, that's where you meet also supposedly the wrong partner kasi nasa wrong community ka or group. So but when you're somehow in the right group, at least the people around you, yung nasa circle of friends mo, are the right ones.
And don't forget also to always pray for the Lord to give you the right partner.
And to warn you also. Kasi diba when, if you are intentional with our relationship with God, you also get warnings
yeah, red flags.
Yeah.
Meron yan. Laging meron. You have to be aware of that.
Yeah. Miss Lucy, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, it's very true yung sinabi nila, Toni at saka ni John. And when John mentioned about being authentic, you asked Nelson, remember the time?
Which time?
Your impression of me? Remember?
Okay.
You can tell them.
Okay, actually, when I first saw Lucy, kasi you have to remember she came from the corporate world, very senior executive assistant, Unilever pa. So when I saw, nako, parang matapang to, mahirap.
Yeah.
And he was at that time leading the Bible study, And then when I asked questions, I really was brutally asking hard questions. And when I asked, talagang prangkahan, ganon. Kaya, what's your impression of me?
I already said so.
No, you said, mukhang mahirap to, mukhang suplada, arrogant.
Matapang to.
Oh, matapang.
Mahirap to.
Mahirap to. But because my, because of, if you have a very close relationship with Jesus, it really pays that you will not have that kind of, yung bang pagpapakunwari. Kasi di ba ang tendency, pagka-crush mo yung tao or crush mo yung guy, no? The tendency there is to be so demure. O kaya
Maria Clara.
lahat na para to win the guy, no? Napaka-demure mo, But in my case, I was myself. Hindi ako nagpapakunwari na kung ako'y ganito, talagang ganito na ako. It shows on me na I have that kind of strong personality.
Yeah.
No? Ito naman, dahil sa masyadong matalino, and, I fell in love with his masyadong matalino, kaya kayang-kaya niya ako.
Mind over matter. Mind doesn't matter.
Grabe. Hindi naman ako na-advise ni Miss Anne when she asked me to host this session with you guys na after this session pala, duguan ako nito.
Kanina, di ba, iyakan ka, ngayon duguan ka na.
Tinamaan naman ako masyado sa mga punto per punto. Actually, gusto ko lang din mag-add dun sa warnings and signs. I mean, I myself am a very spiritual person, and I really have this relationship with the Lord naman na I really talk to Him on a regular basis and, let Him lead me to places. Pero dahil pasaway ka, hopeful ka, crush na crush mo, pinag-pray mo, pero mali pala yung prayer na ipag-pray mo na, Lord, sana si ganito siya na yung dawan, ganyan-ganyan. Mali pala yun. Kasi every time that I pray to God and tell Him na, Lord, sana si ganito siya na yung dawan ko, laging nag-create ng scenario si Lord, nawawala yung taong yun sa buhay ko.
Oh.
Meron akong episode na ganyan. Para ikwento ko sa'yo that prayer is so real when you really pray and ask God na, sabi ko sa Panginoon, ito Kate, to encourage you. Pinagdasal ko sa Panginoon, Lord, naghintay ako ng matagal, sabi kong ganyan. I was that past 40 already, but I have so many suitors, marami akong suitors. Pero you know what? I told God, sabi ko sa Panginoon, Lord, sa tagal kong naghintay, ayoko magkamali. Please, I do not want to make a mistake. Do not allow me to fall into the wrong person. Yeah? And then alam ng Panginoon na I was already falling in love with somebody. So sabi ko, Lord, tulungan niyo ako. May ginawa ang Panginoon sa sitwasyon na nalaman kong hindi siya. Hindi yung taong yon. Kaya you see how God works, orchestrates, He is so real.
Parang to add to what Lucy said, for example, if you're the single person, meron kang gusto ng isang tao, you pray to God, sana siya, and then parang it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So the tendency is to think of it as a flat no, God is depriving you. But think of it this way, God is saving you for somebody better.
Tumpak.
Yeah, so that's the one to, the best pala, the best. So
The best.
that's for you to be sensitive and also to submit, as what De Miranda said. And then when you have that, your wait is worth the while.
Yes.
Ayan, para sa lahat ng mga viewers natin, huwag po tayo nagmamadali dahil ang nagmamadali, nagkakamali.
Ayan, i-hashtag niya na yan.
Okay yan ah.
I like that.
Okay yan ah.
Dali, nagkamali.
Nagkakamali.
Meron pa forever. Hindi na mawala.
Okay, so for our last question naman, let's end with this very exciting question then. How do you keep your marriage fun and exciting? What activities do you share together as a couple? Ayan, unahin na natin si Sir John and Miss Toni. Yung fun na activity talaga, ha?
Talagang fun.
Fun activity.
Something to keep things going. Ganyan.
Actually, yes.
Marami. Let's start with the small ones. Ito yung mga tipong coffee together lang, talking about mga, sometimes
Yung
kahit
childhood.
nonsense eh.
Jokes, mga jokes
or
na suka-suka
jokes.
ka na, alam mo yun.
Alam mo yung mga corny jokes na pinagtatawanan niya pa rin.
Tapos i-share ko yun sa training ko. Siya ang ano ko content na what are the funny movies? Sometimes kasi nagko-cross yung funny sa romantic. Like for example, sometimes we just dance together. Alam mo, magpe-play ka lang ng music.
Music.
Then we just dance.
Then,
Yung as if, yung parang, nung panahon kasi natin, di ba, yung naglalagay ng harang sa daan, tapos may disco, tsaka ano. We just want to recall that kasi it's not happening anymore.
Simple things lang.
Yeah, ano pang fun?
And also, to be honest with you, you have to keep the fire burning always.
Yeah, the funny, natural,
I mean, even the intimacy with each other, you have to always keep that into consideration kasi it's something that will bind you also.
And we actually prayed for it kasi di ba we're coming from a very hating each other relationship. We prayed for it na, Lord, please bring back the romance, the intimacy, and help us to see each other not by our mistake. Kasi mahirap magkaroon ng fun and intimacy when you look at him na grabe, you betrayed me, and yung ganun ba. And that's how we realize talaga na we have no power to do it. Kasi suddenly na lang, we woke up na parang we care for each other, na nag-aalala na kami, and then we just laugh at each other's simple, corny ba? Yung term kasi namin corny. Lahat ng kababawan na becomes fun. Kasi nga, wala nang pretensions, wala ring parang looking back na kinukompute, tuusan ba? Walang tuusan na. And yung natural na halimbawa, narinig kami music, yung kanya-kanyang sayaw lang, na sabi nga ng daughter ko, kung nakaka-capture lagi ng camera, sabi ko, wag na kasi parang ang sarap lang yung memory. Pero I never had that before kasi I'm always thinking na after this fun, alam ko naman, yung plastic ka, yun ang nawala. And I believe it's easy to share endless parang stories about fun, but first things first, paano mangyayari is I believe the love and the intimacy should really be there. Otherwise, we won't appreciate each other.
Tsaka in good times and in bad times, dapat lagi talaga magkasama kayo. And you also have that mindset na whenever there are trials that's being experienced by you as a couple, take it as a challenge instead of a trial or sacrifice.
There was a time na
it will kumbaga bind you more,
right.
Diba? Instead of separating you, yung mga challenges na yan, pagtulungan nyo, and sometimes it's exciting whenever you hurdle yung mga trials na yon. It becomes exciting.
There was this challenge na parang nasa end of the rope na kami. Alam mo, sabi na lang namin, iyak na lang tayo kasi wala kami magawa nung time na yon. And it's so nice we experience a lot of fighting, pero we know already what to do. We agreed na pag parang siya yung nagkagalit or ako, we have to pray talaga na rebuke Satan kasi talagang we just need to be wiser who's our real enemy. Kaya yun, yung fun na nangyayari yun when everything is I believe authentic, wala ka nang ini-impress before kasi payabangan pa eh. Sorry for the term, pataasan ng ihi, di ba? Pero ngayon, it's really plain, lang.
You get to, parang yung mga small blessings.
We appreciate.
Dapat, makita mo na ngayon yun. Before kasi, you only tend to look at the big things that happens to you.
Yung grandiose.
Yung mga, diba, nagkaroon ako bagong kotse.
That was us before.
Yun ang enjoyment before as a couple. Pero ngayon,
halimbawa, may nagbigay ng chicken from the bank. Sabi, Mami, you don't need to cook. Kasi nga, I hate cooking kasi I hate cooking. Mami, blessing, meron tayong chicken.
We enjoy simple things now.
Ano na kami, no? Parang wow, champion na. Kasi nga, yung ganong blessing, unlike before, magrereklamo pa ako kung bakit buffet lang. Di ba?
And I would say, yung rin namin, yung aming, yung aming activity sa church,
yeah.
It's a glorious hope. It binds us kasi we are also ministering to others, to the other couples also.
Other broken people.
Yes, that's something that we also enjoy as a couple.
We do things together when it comes to service.
We're kumbaga in unison sa sa ministry work. And for us also praying together. Lalo na pag may mga problema.
We never had that before. Now it's really beautiful na I open up with him, and then after opening up, let's pray about this. And then before kasi sleep was something difficult for us, and now we can sleep peacefully. Diba? Peacefully after praying.
Masaya naman being married. Marami lang problema, pero you have to see the
the beauty of it.
Yung kahit maliliit, you have to look at it. Tingnan mo lang. Appreciate it.
Plus, your love balances it all out eh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tama.
How about you, Miss Lucy, Sir Nelson? What are the fun activities that you do as a couple and would like to share with us?
Okay, talagang fun ako personally for me. It's really, I enjoy doing it for my husband because my husband is also active with the Toastmasters, no? And I attend whenever he attends the Toastmasters, especially pandemic ngayon, marami sa sa Zoom lang yan, ano? You don't have to go different places in Quezon City or whatever. So I'm active with him joining the Toastmaster, but I'm not a member. And whenever he's invited to speak, no, I act as his admin assistant or manager. So sa ngayon, marami siya mga invitations left and right for speaking engagements. And I really enjoy doing it for him because for one, we have that kind of advocacy na talagang, kumbaga, makapag-minister kami sa mga millennials or sa mga young professionals or sa mga singles, no? Whether it's gonna be relationship or yung kanilang love life sa ngayon, February. And then what else? Not only relationship, pati dun sa purpose ng buhay nila, no ha? So whenever my husband is invited, I get excited. Ako yung I'm excited about it. And other than that, pag halimbawa pagod naman kaming dalawa, then we watch movies together at home. How about you, Han?
I like to add two more. Actually, one is movie, the other is Japanese. So, yeah, you see how her face lighted up, no? So pre-pandemic, I had to figure out where's the Japanese restaurant in this mall, in this place. So we love Japanese food. And then even, let's say during the pandemic, we ordered Japanese coming in. So that's why we had a great time. In fact, I already know what she likes. The other one is movies. So I know that she loves, as long as my dragon, my wizard, gusto niya yan. Pero kung wala, yung mga inspirational like Hallmark movies, Lifetime channel, that sort of thing. And if not, I'll just look for it to the internet. And so and we will watch it together. So, yeah. So,
yung latest natin, gustong-gusto ko yung movie.
Which one is that?
Umiyak ako.
Si Penguin Bloom.
Oh, have you watched that?
Yeah.
Tony?
What title?
Watch that.
Penguin
Bloom.
Penguin Bloom.
Yeah, may bagong lista tayo.
It's really wholesome, inspirational.
Very wholesome, inspirational, and it will make you cry.
Okay.
So yung mga uplifting ba?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so normally I would like to tipong Die Hard, okay, or Star Trek. But of course, it's also nice to have the down-to-earth naman, the inspirational movie. So we watched it. We had fun there. And combined the two, while watching the movie, we eat Japanese. Perfect!
Not only that, popcorn. Palagi mo kami popcorn sa bahay.
Kung hindi, oishi. Obvious ba?
Ang simple lang ng buhay. Grabe, listening to you both talaga, you two couples talaga, is really inspirational. I mean, I myself have really fun parents. I've seen them na kahit na matanda na sila. My mom is 61, my dad is turning 59. Tapos naiinis ako kasi senior na sila pero sweet pa rin nila. Nakakaingit. My dad, he still cooks for my mom. Tapos iba talaga. Iba yung makikita mo na they really serve each other. Tapos isang hindi mawala sa kanila is every night, dahil nga nag-pandemic, they would watch videos sa YouTube ng mga preaching ng mga pastors or whatnot. And then they would discuss about it. Tapos mag-pray sila together. I mean, I saw how this does to their wedding, what it does to their marriage, what it does for them. So parang, okay, meron na akong blueprint. Ano na lang talaga, husband na lang. So, Ayan, with that, would like to give this chance with you. Baka may gusto po kayong i-promote, Miss Toni. Anything you'd like to invite us, the viewers, where we can watch or follow you perhaps, since I believe you're blogging as well. Saan
Okay.
namin tayo pwedeng puntahan?
You can follow me. Me muna kasi siya, pina-follow niya rin ako. Toni Miranda, motivational speaker. And we also have you can find me in Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, also in TikTok, diba? I'm happy kasi na I don't need to dance pala to have follower. I stick with my mission na still motivational and mga biblical verse. Also, you can visit my blog, tony.ph, and when you visit my page, you will also see that I have an upcoming workshop, February 19, 2021. It's to level up your influence by rediscovering yourself.
Yeah. I also would like to add then, kasi Toni and I, together with our D group, we're going to come up with a couples retreat sometime in March.
March 13. Yeah.
Final na ba yung date?
Yes.
Okay. It will be an online couples retreat. One day lang naman.
We'll be posting the details in my page as
sa
well.
page na.
Yeah.
Page na.
There.
How about you, Sir Nelson? Can you plug books that perhaps you would like to,
Well, I'll be glad to. And then since one of the topic is how do you know the one, this book actually tells you how. This is one of my latest books. It's from CSM. So this is literally how do I know the one, where we have 5 criteria. There are more, but I like to choose these 5. And here's the other tip also to support the discussion. While you are looking for the one, yes, you also try to be the one, a good one yourself, but most of all, have a relationship with the real one, who is Jesus Christ himself. So that's how the book is structured. So how do I know the one? 5 things you have to look for. Character is one of them. How to know about it, secret. Then the other thing would be the one, the correct one, and then have a relationship with the real one up there. The other one is that if you are, let's say, still looking for the one and you're brokenhearted, this is perfect for such people. How to mend a broken heart. Way before I met Lucy, I was so dead this girl Lulu. And before I knew it, she went with somebody else. Then I was so brokenhearted. Imagine I walk along Arnaiz Avenue at midnight, pouring rain. I'd rather die of pneumonia than a broken heart. This is how I recover. And by the way, this tells you how I met Lucy. The love story is also here. And syempre, like all good movies, you will have a sequel. This is the sequel wherein the honeymoon never ends. So this tells us naman how we learn, the principles we learn how to keep the love alive. This is the one that you said that won the Gintong Aklat Award. Okay, and
yes.
so we have the 3 books for career, for relationship. So how do I know the one? The honeymoon never ends. And
it's available po.
Yes, they're all available. And if you look at the websites, I believe they can be also bought by Shopee. And there are also certain editions in Kindle. So it's a map. Okay, now for you to know about the book, go to my website. It's nelsontd.com. Okay, nelsontd.com.
Okay.
And then, so there's a page about my books, and there's also my blog. So I also make it a point at least 2 blogs a week where we talk about, regrets, envy, loneliness, also sometimes of career. So it's one of those things we also want to be a vehicle as far as ministering to people is concerned. I have another talk for February 14. It's with Jason Law. It's also about how do I know the one. So it's separate. If you want to know about, message me, I'll tell you how to go there. March 5, there's a talk with Jubilee Church about purpose for people who want to know about what's life all about. So we're also busy, and that's where I'm so grateful for Lucy. Yung tipo na we're not competing. And so that whenever so she's like my admin, so I can focus on the material, the content. And she can talk about, she will ask the organizer, what's the sample size? So what's the audience size? What's the profile, the logistics, what time, where, what attire? So she's my angel. All those admin side, she handles it.
All right. The manager. Inside and outside of the house. I can. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. and Mrs. D, Mr. and Mrs. Miranda.
Yes.
Sobrang inspiring ang session natin for tonight. So, para sa aming mga viewers, I encourage you, do not lose hope in finding the one. And if you have found the one, be the one as well. Ayan. O, diba? Ang dami nating takeaways for this evening. Nandyan yung be authentic, nandyan yung wag magmadali, mga ganon. So I hope you guys will remember all those. So once again, thank you so much, Sir Nelson and Miss Lucy, Sir John and Miss Tony. I keep getting it mixed up because Tony for me is such a boy name.
Right.
Diba? I mean, okay. Anyway, I'm just so happy that I was able to hear your stories firsthand. I believe that our listeners right now, they are really, they are also inspired as well with what you have shared with us. So once again, do not forget to follow our speakers. We will be linking their websites on Muzen so that you can go ahead and check their profiles and get a copy of that book. Follow that blog. Follow that TikTok, o diba? So that you get a little more positivity in your lives. Once again, my name is Kate. I have been your host for Q Cafe. See you again next week, guys, for another online tambayan. Bye, everyone. Have a safe week.
Love one another, not another one.